The case that's fascinated the world, but what really happened to Madeleine McCann? With exclusive access to Scotland Yard's investigation, we can now reveal the most detailed understanding of what took place that night in Portugal.
The EFITs are clear, and I'd ask the public to look very carefully at them.
We'll explain why the images are so critical and debunk the existing theories.
We're almost certain now that this sighting is not the abductor.
So at 10 o'clock, I got up to do the next check. I'd finished eating them, so I headed back to the apartment, the usual route. And I just stopped and listened in the living area for a bit, and it was all quiet. But it just caught my eye that the children's door was quite far open. And at that point, I thought it must have been when Matt checked and he's left it open. And as I was just drawing it over, it was like it had been caught by a draft, and it just kind of slammed shut. And it was only at that point, really, that I kind of, as I opened it a bit, I kind of looked into the room. And I guess I was looking at Madeleine's bed, and I couldn't make her out. And then I realised, actually, she's not in that bed. And I thought, oh, I wonder if she's woken up, gone through to our bed. She wasn't in our bed. And that was the first time where, I guess, you know, a panic kicked in. And it was literally at that point, the curtains that were closed just kind of whoosh. And then I could see that the window being pushed right over and the shutters were up. So I kind of knew straight away then that Madeleine had been taken.
We know that at 8:30, that was the time that Mr. and Mrs. McCann went down to the tapas area for their dinner, and we know that at around 10 p.m, that was when Mrs. McCann found that Madeleine was missing.
One witness saw a fair-haired man near the McCann's apartment twice. On the first occasion, she saw him standing on the path that runs behind the block. The second time, near the entrance of the tapas restaurant, looking towards apartment G5A. On the day Madeleine disappeared, two men were seen on the balcony of a nearby empty apartment, believed to be 5C, 2 doors down from the McCanns. A man was also seen in the same area 2 hours later. At 6 p.m, a man was seen in the stairwell in the McCann's apartment block. And an hour after Madeleine was reported missing, two men were seen speaking with raised voices. When they saw the witness, they walked away, talking in hushed tones.